Very pleasant good evening. Time for Small Biz Florida from Indian River State College and Mr. Tom Kindred.
Thank you, sir, and welcome to another segment and installment of Small Biz Florida, the broadcast and podcast that's all things business across the Treasure Coast and the entire state of Florida. Small Biz Florida is brought to you by the Florida Small Business Development Center Network and is produced by the Florida SBDC right here at Indian River State College. Small Biz Florida is designed to produce, to highlight, and promote business assistance resources, celebrate entrepreneurial success, present best practices, and most importantly, provide timely business information for Florida's small business community. I am Tom Kindred, and I serve as the Regional Director for the Florida SBDC at IRSC. So, Greg, how are things in your world this evening?
Doing well. We'll be
Nice.
road warriors all week next week. IRSC, number 7 in the United States,
Nice.
and number 2 in Florida,
Nice.
as we leapfrog Chipola.
Wow, that's Chipola's the big dog.
Yep,
In the,
Northwest Florida
Yeah.
is number 1 in the state of Florida, and we beat them.
wow,
So, we got a good club.
nice.
This one is scary good, I think. Yep.
Nice. What I heard you talking before we went on the air that you had kind of a road trip coming up. So have you got a couple of double headers or something going on?
Well, the double headers are men and women's
Okay.
games, and those are scheduled games
All right.
in Miami and Hillsborough. What is novel is the COVID makeup. So we've got the COVID makeup for SCF, which had 11 of their 14 players come back from Christmas vacation with COVID. So it was like, okay, it happens, and the game that we played last night was against Weber International University. That was a makeup game, if you will, because Florida Southwestern had no players without COVID.
Wow.
On the men's side.
Wow.
The ladies were fine.
Well,
Yeah.
word on the street is this variant tends to be contagious, so I don't think
That it is.
any big surprise. So, I wish you guys the best of luck. Stay safe. Good
We'll
luck.
give it a shot.
I'm assuming that they're sort of kind of letting fans in the stadium. Is there any restrictions on fans? Or
We have no restrictions at IRSC.
Okay.
Now, what the schools on the west coast of Florida, I'm taking all my gear again,
That's right.
so I'm totally prepared.
That's right.
I've
Take
got
your mask and
I've got
your
the shield and
that's
the
right.
mask.
Well,
and
good.
You name
Good.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, stay safe and good luck. And as always, we wish the Pioneers luck. And it is a good team, and Charlie's done a great job with it. So
That he has. And
always,
actually, 3 players have already committed to very good Division I colleges.
Wow.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So, one in
Not-
my old back in Southern California. So,
Nice.
yeah.
So we really are a feeder program for D1s. I mean, we could.
Well, yeah. As a matter of fact, our star player from 2 years ago is the American East Conference Player of the Year at New Jersey Institute of Technology, Miles Coleman.
Wow.
So we got players all over the United States.
Nice. All right. Well, again, good luck. Stay safe, and we'll look forward to seeing you back.
My life on a bus.
That's right. I love it. Well, it's a nice bus, though. It's not.
It is a nice
Got
bus.
AC and got a radio, and you're going first class. All right.
You can watch movies.
Nice.
7 years or 14 years in a row. Yeah. I've memorized the lines in those movies now.
Nice. All right. Here we are. It's January. What does that mean for us in business? It means tax time. And we have back with us a program that we have talked about for a number of years, an incredible program for folks to help them get their taxes done. It's all about VITA, the VITA program, which provides cost-free tax services. And we're tonight going to speak with Stacy Benezra, who is with United Way of Indian River County. She serves as the Community Impact Coordinator and the VITA Coordinator. Welcome to Small Biz Florida, Stacy.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's an important program and a valuable program for a lot of folks out there looking to get their taxes done. But let's, as we always do here on Small Biz Florida with our guests, kind of start with a little bit of your background, kind of your pathway to United Way of Indian River County.
Okay. So I've been with United Way of Indian River County for less than a year. I started at the beginning of June, taking the role as Community Impact Coordinator. I came from another local nonprofit in Cocoa called the Children's Hunger Project as a community outreach coordinator and volunteer coordinator. I really align with the mission of the United Way and being able to help the people in the community of Indian River County.
Nice. Just give us the big picture of United Way in Indian River County. Some of the standout programs, maybe that the organization supports and funds.
So at the United Way, we focus on 3 major impact areas, which are health, education, and financial stability. We make investments in the community with the goal of improving lives and making sure that everybody has the opportunity to quality education, to financial stability, to support their family, as well as good health.
Nice. And again, you just you've been working for a nonprofit. Now you're with United Way, and I know you haven't been there too long, but just you've obviously got some experience and some knowledge of nonprofits. What have the last 2 years been like for nonprofits? What's the pandemic kind of done to our nonprofit community? There's stories about nonprofits doing a little better during the pandemic, but what did you see over the last 2 years for nonprofits?
I actually had the opportunity I graduated from UCF and went straight into the Children's Hunger Project right when the pandemic really was in full swing. And so working there during that time, we did not close our doors, as did many nonprofits did not. We actually served more children in the community than we did before, which I am sure is the case for a lot of other nonprofits, such as the United Way. The outreach that they came together to perform and to give to the community is outstanding.
Right. Yep. Well, that's good to hear too. And Katie and I, who serves as the producer of this show and who serves with us at the Florida SBDC, the last 2 years, our days have been filled working with for-profits and nonprofits in helping those organizations get access to some capital to kind of get through these 2 years. And I got to say, Indian River County always has really been forward-thinking and did some great things with their CARES Act dollars, and they actually created a grant program for nonprofits in Indian River County. So we've spent the last year making sure that we were helping nonprofits who needed it and who qualified and who were eligible to get access to those dollars. So and I know that you were a big part of that kind of that vetting portion of that Indian River County nonprofit grant program. So we appreciate the partnership with you guys up there and all you did for the whole nonprofit community in Indian River County.
Well, that's great. We were glad to be a part of that, and I know that before I started there, that I actually came onto the United Way right at the tail end, but I know that the tremendous effort that they put into making sure that those CARES funds and dollars went to the best resources to help the community as possible.
So it's tax time.
It's tax time.
It is tax time. My favorite time of the year. So VITA, I have through the years become familiar with VITA. Indian River State College also has a VITA program that is deployed here in St. Lucie County. So we've always had a good conversation and talked about VITA, impressive program. So you, the United Way of Indian River County, you house and host and deploy the VITA program for Indian River County. Start us with a little bit of what is VITA?
So VITA is the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. It provides low to and moderate income individuals and families with free, reliable assistance in filing federal tax returns. So millions of low-income people work hard for their wages, but they have obstacles in filing their taxes. So there also are cases where people don't owe taxes and they don't realize that they're still entitled to tax refunds. So we are able to help them get those refunds. They have a huge impact on families that are struggling.
Right.
So the VITA Income Tax Assistance Program comes into play. It's built on private and public partnerships. It's led by the IRS. And the VITA program trains and certifies all our volunteers to help low and moderate income families who cannot afford the fees to have their taxes done professionally, but still need the service. Each year, tens of thousands of IRS certified volunteers are working in sites nationwide, assisting individuals and families with limited means, those with disabilities, those with language barriers. They are able to accurately help them fulfill their tax obligations. They are also able to ensure that the households are able to claim tax credits, like the child tax credit, which is really important, or the earned income tax credit, which both of these credits have been expanded even further through the American Rescue Plan. The VITA program provides trusted service for individuals who are hesitant to interact with the government. So there are individuals who have been incarcerated or recent immigrants. So in addition, they connect clients to resources like bank accounts or how to start a savings account, health programs. These are all particularly important for households who are have barriers to accessing those resources.
Wow, I mean, you hit on an awful lot there. Before I forget, I want to ask, what is the threshold? Is there a threshold eligibility household income? Is that kind of the eligibility?
Yes. So United Way of Indian River County and the VITA program offer free tax prep and e-filing services to qualified residents with an annual household income at $58,000 or below.
Okay. All right.
So families with low to moderate income may miss out on those tax credits if they don't have assistance with filing their taxes. So we are essential in making sure that these families can properly access their money and tax credits that they're entitled to. Some VITA sites are also helping individuals who are not required to file taxes by receiving their economic impact payments as well.
Okay. And I loved all the points that you touched on. This is doing their taxes is just kind of the beginning of all this.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, you're helping. Number one, I didn't really realize that if you didn't, those that aren't even required to file a tax or may actually be eligible for a refund.
Correct.
Wow. So, and then I love the fact too that you talk about there are folks out there that are even hesitant, to deal with the government, share information, but we even those that don't owe any tax really should be producing an annual tax return. And if you don't do that, I mean, there could be issues down the road,
Sure.
Yeah.
We're going to help those people avoid those issues,
Right.
but also get the money that they are entitled to.
Right.
And it's been part of our outreach to make sure that we're out in the community and letting people know that it's okay to come to us for these services.
What is the history of the VITA? Greg here at the radio station swears I've been doing this show now for 7 years.
You're starting year 7. We've
Fine.
got all the stuff on Facebook.
I'm going to make you prove that, yes.
Yep.
I can't believe I'm that old. So obviously VITA's been around because I remember us having multiple conversations each year about VITA. So what is the history of the VITA program?
So VITA has been around for a long time. I know that the program here at United Way of Indian River County has been around for at least 10 to 12 years.
Wow.
So then they are run by nonprofits, including United Ways all over the country. They are offering virtual and in-person services. There are 12,000 VITA sites across the country that serve filers who typically earn less than $57,000 a year. The American median individual income is just above 40,000. So this includes people with disabilities and limited English. So just to give you a little bit of statistics for our program at United Way of Indian River County, in 2021, United Way's VITA program helped clients that we serve reach over $1.6 million in refunds.
Wow.
And a total of almost 1.9 million of refunds and tax preparer savings combined. So that means our clients saved $244,000 in tax prep fees last year alone. This was the result of our volunteer team. They're amazing. They worked over 3,200 hours in 2021 to help the community.
Wow. Incredible program. And all that's just your VITA program in Indian River County.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What's new? Are there any new new programs, products that VITA's offering this year?
Oh, yes. I'm excited about this part. We're preparing for 2022 tax season, and we wanted to broaden our efforts in the community. So we've added 4 additional VITA sites to Vero, Sebastian, and Fellsmere. We selected these locations because they're central to the populations that have low to moderate income families in need. And we are excited to announce that we're offering a hybrid model. So prior to COVID last year, it was in-person. Taxes were done. You went and saw your tax preparer. And then last year, because of COVID, they were still able to operate using what they called a valet model, which was valet drop-off and pickup. So we're going to do a combination this year of both. So clients will have the option of an in-person service, or if they're still not comfortable, using that valet drop-off pickup model. Our goal is to make the community or help the community feel as comfortable as possible. So we have 5 locations throughout Indian River County. Each site operates on a different schedule. They'll offer different services, and appointments are necessary for all 5 sites. So we have the United Way Center in Vero Beach, United Against Poverty in Vero Beach, the North Indian River County Library in Sebastian, Literacy Services in Fellsmere, and the Fellsmere Community Enrichment Program, or FCEP, also in Fellsmere.
Nice.
Tom, if we could arrange to maybe have VITA go to Captain Hiram's, you and I can get our taxes done there.
Yes, I like that idea. I'll buy. You talk about the volunteers that do the taxes. Talk a little bit about those folks. Are they former accountants that just want to give back to the community? Accounting students at IRSC. Who's your team of volunteers?
We welcome anybody. We have volunteers of all different backgrounds. You do not need tax prep or CPA experience or accounting experience to be a VITA volunteer. The only thing that we do ask is that you have some computer background, be computer literate, and we require you to become IRS certified. We do encourage students to come and volunteer if they want to, and they can be high school students, college students, as long as they're 16 years and over and are serious about volunteering for the program.
All right. You're still looking for volunteers?
Yes, we are.
Okay. How does one get engaged?
So to volunteer, you can sign up on our VITA webpage, which is www.unitedwayirc.org/VITA. On this page, you'll see a lot of Q&A about what it is to be a volunteer. And at the bottom, there is a volunteer form that you can fill out. And then after that, I'll contact you with the next steps about how to get your training. And
I guess, when does all this start? You don't go year round, so I'm assuming there's a start date and a finish date, and
Yes.
and what's the timeline on VITA at Indian River County?
We are actually preparing to go live with taking appointments on Tuesday the 18th. At around 8:30 in the morning, those phone lines are going to start ringing. So you can make an appointment by calling, or you can go to the VITA webpage on our website and make an appointment that way. Tax prep will actually start on Monday the 31st.
Okay. All right. And I guess the volunteers, do you provide them one bottled water each day, or do you give them a bag of crackers? Are there any? How does it work with the volunteers? Do they get some sort of schedule that they work, and what happens with them?
So There are different roles that a volunteer can serve in, and there are different benefits to becoming a VITA volunteer. So our volunteers do a lot more than just prepare taxes. They really make sure that people get to have their taxes done without paying fees. As a VITA volunteer, you will be offered free IRS tax prep training, which is invaluable, and certification. They have flexible scheduling at all 5 sites. It's only a 4 to 5 hour weekly commitment from January through April. So if you're interested in becoming a VITA volunteer and you're computer savvy, reach out to us. We would love to have you. We have different roles that they can serve in. We have tax preparers, of course, who prepare taxes. And we have greeters. So a greeter would be someone who would screen the documents that someone would come in and assign them to a tax preparer. Both of those roles would require you to be IRS certified. Then we also have additional roles that don't require certification, such as a clerical role, which would help the tax preparers with admin functions, scanning documents, and things of that nature, and receptionists. We are looking for volunteer receptionists to work the VITA season, to book appointments, answer phones, would be a lot of help for us, and we're currently looking for people to come in the afternoon for that.
Okay. Is there any limit to the number of volunteers, or you'd take everybody that wants to work?
We do not have a limit to the volunteers because we have 5 sites and we operate different hours and services at those sites. You could volunteer one day if you wanted to. You could volunteer at all sites if you wanted to. We will find something for you to do.
And you mentioned you want the receptionist position to make appointments. So this isn't, you don't want to just, I guess you could just show up at a VITA site, or should you really make an appointment? Is it better to make the appointment?
All of our VITA sites require appointments for service.
All right.
United Against Poverty may, as the season goes on, depending on how much foot traffic we have there, may offer some walk-ins. But as of right now, we will require appointments.
All
yes.
Right. And just to clarify too, these are individual tax returns. You're not doing commercial or business tax returns. They're strictly for individuals.
Correct.
Right.
There are some tax returns that are out of our scope. If they are, then the tax preparer would refer the client to the correct place to go.
Okay. So individual, and the threshold is really less than $58,000 in annual income.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that, if you got a husband and wife, is that combined income? And I know these are a little bit technical questions, but
that's okay.
Is it a combined income 58 or?
Yes,
okay.
It is a total household income.
All right, so total household income of less than 58.
Correct.
All right, and I like that data point that you threw out earlier too. That you saved people. What was look at your number there. I want to revisit that number. You saved people how many dollars in paying for tax preparation? And that really refers to, if all these people had to go to a tax preparer, that's what they'd be paying.
Correct. So just imagine that each person would pay approximately $175 to go to have a professional do their taxes. So last year, that was a savings of just about $244,000 for the tax returns that we did at United Way alone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Again, huge savings to the community and to those folks who need it most.
Yes.
I mean, it's certainly, we don't think of $150 as a lot of money, but to underserved folks, that's a lot of money to get the taxes done.
It is a lot of money.
And then if they can't afford that, then the risk is they don't get the taxes done.
That's
and
exactly what happens.
Now we go down the spiral, of problems that occur when we don't file our taxes.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
So do the taxpayers get hard copies of the tax return, or is it all filed by email?
So if they come in for an in-person appointment and they request a hard copy of their tax return, we can certainly give that to them. If they're valet drop off and pick up, we can also give them a copy, or they can just have it e-filed, and then they will get like a PDF copy of their tax return, which they can choose to file, print, whatever they want to do on their own.
Okay.
Yeah, so good question, and I never thought of that. So VITA will actually submit their taxes through e-filing?
Correct.
Okay.
All of them.
So this is full service. You walk in, the taxes are done, and also potentially submitted through e-filing.
Correct.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
And done by professionals,
Well,
done
that's
by
great
trained
news, yeah.
professionals. Yes. And again, I guess kind of go back and tell us one more time, how does one get in touch, volunteer and or potential user of the service, and then let's go back through those locations one more time.
Okay. So to become a VITA volunteer, you would visit our website at www.unitedwayirc.org/VITA. There's a volunteer form on there that you would fill out, and then I would direct you to the next steps, which would be getting trained. We offer 2 options for training this year. We have an in-person training that's actually going to be happening next week. It's the 21st and the 22nd. It's a 2-day VITA Program Volunteer Certification training held at the United Way, and we will serve you lunch while you're there. Covers everything that a VITA volunteer will need to know to become an IRS certified tax preparer. It's a great way, if you come to the in-person training, great way to get to know your team as well as getting your training. And then option 2, they're offering the virtual volunteer certification prep workshop. It's 4 consecutive workshops, 3 hours in length, also covers everything you need to know to become certified, and they can be done on your own, and they are offered through February. So I would be happy to answer any questions anyone has. If they want to give the office a call, our number is 772-567-8900.
Okay. And did you give us the locations again?
No, I did not.
Yep, give us those, because that's
Okay.
pretty impressive. I mean, there's no reason someone shouldn't take advantage of this program.
So we have 5 convenient locations throughout Indian River County this coming tax season. Again, each site operates on its own schedule. Specific types of services and appointments are necessary. So we have the United Way Center, which is located on 14th Avenue in Vero Beach. The United Against Poverty, which is on 27th Street, also in Vero Beach. The North Indian River County Library, which is Sebastian Boulevard in Sebastian. Literacy Services on Cypress Street in Fellsmere, and the Fellsmere Community Enrichment Program, which is also called FCEP, on Esperanza Circle in Fellsmere.
Wow. And when does all this get underway? Well, you said you go live.
We go live with phone calls and taking appointments on Tuesday the 18th, or you can go directly to our website. We have a brand new scheduling system this year. We're so excited to use it. Everything is very user-friendly. You can use the scheduling system on any device.
Wow.
Yes.
And is that the United Way site, or do y'all have a separate VITA site?
So we have a separate VITA page that is on our VITA website.
On the United Way website.
Yeah, the United Way website. So you would just go to that page. There's a button there that says book appointment. You would click the button and follow the prompts.
Okay, nice.
Now, if a family has, say, 3 or 4 kids, is that they still hold fast that 58,000, or is it kind of a sliding scale up?
So there is a little bit of a leeway, but those are really tax professional questions I'm not going to jump in and answer.
Very smart. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I had some very technical questions for you, Stacy. You can't answer that?
Probably not.
Again, Stacy, it's great work that all the United Ways across our region provide, and this is just another great example of really, and I love your title, Community Impact Coordinator. I mean, United Way really does have an awful lot of impact within our communities.
Yes, I agree.
And just again, so as the impact coordinator, just very quickly as we come to close here, what are some of the other types of programs like VITA? Are there other programs like this that United Way's that yours offers throughout the year?
Well, really, VITA is our only financial stability program that we offer. We will be able to refer anybody that comes in to a wide variety of services offered by our partner agencies throughout Indian River County. But we do have other ways that people can get involved with the United Way to volunteer throughout the year, such as Day of Caring, which is in the fall. We have CRP, which is our Citizens Review process, which is coming up very soon, and we will be looking for a lot of volunteers to help with that. If you're interested in finding out how the United Way funds its partner agencies and why, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you about it. So there's a lot of information that we could provide to volunteers if they wanted to get involved.
Okay. And United Way of Indian River County you're wide open at this point. I mean, you're conducting business, you're in the office.
Yes.
Again, VITA will be face-to-face. I guess you'll be utilizing any and all, safety precautions, mask and distancing, but you're wide open, and this is wide open, and it's all available at this point.
Correct. We're very careful to watch out for our COVID and safety guidelines for our volunteers, our staff, and for our clients. So that may change as our climate changes.
Right. Who knows? That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Stacy, Impact Coordinator, Community Impact Coordinator for United Way of Indian River County. Stacy, thank you for your time this evening.
Thank you very much.
It is the VITA program in Indian River County. And with that, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Small Biz Florida.